The site, once known as Iroquois Homes, is getting redeveloped.
WDRB's Darby Bean explains what the future will hold for the now vacant property.
Phase 1 of the new Iroquois development will be for senior living apartments here on this property in South Louisville. Groundbreaking is expected to begin sometime next year. This city-owned property has seen many changes in the past half century, from a housing development to a garden space for nonprofits, and now a new vision with 60 apartment units for those 55 and up. A majority of the rooms reserved for those making less than 30% of the median family income.
Well, I think something needed to be done, yes. I think and something like what they're building is going to be a great asset to the community.
Keith Sidnor says he's lived in this area of the metro his entire life and had friends who lived at the original Iroquois homes that were built in the 1950s. But that development was torn down years ago. And now, like others, Sidnor has been making his voice heard about what he'd like to see for the future of the property.
It was some good housing. Now, the later years, it kind of got bad, and we were kind of glad to see it got tore down because it was pretty bad, the crime and stuff. But now I'm glad that something's getting developed on that property because it was sad to see it empty like that, vacant.
Thanks in large part to an $11.8 million grant from ARP dollars, plans are moving ahead for the first phase of redevelopment.
These units came down over a decade ago with no real plan for redevelopment. So I'm excited that I've been able to lead this community forward with getting some funding into this community for redevelopment at Iroquois Homes.
Thursday, consultants presented findings from the survey and focus groups showing what participants like Sidnor would ultimately like to see on the property, including things like green space, activities for kids, and mixed income housing.
This is just the first part of it, so hopefully more will continue on.
We now know more about what Phase 1 will include, but Metro Housing says it's unclear how many other phases there could be and what those would include. All of that depends on funding. Reporting with photojournalist Ian Cunningham, Darby Bean, WDRB News.